Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Hello, everybody. So, what did you all think about the latest animation? A bake sale. Yeah, I'm really like old school when it comes to these ideas, so I didn't really have it. No shit, no goody. Thank you for reaping the membership. Voice acting animation. I love how you all wrote the scripture songs. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Also, yeah, we all picked, so the way that it was pitched to us, I could talk a little bit about it, just as like a little filler. Strawberry crepes, ooh, that sounds really nice. 110 would buy for a big sale. I wish we could, like, if there was a way to, like, get cupcakes packaged. Oh, that'd be really cute. Zama-sama, Koiri, thank you for giving the membership. Thank you, thank you. We open a TEMPUS bake sale, I'll buy the whole stand. Thank you, Koiri. Time really flies, huh? Thank you for an amazing 4 months. Can't wait to see what the future holds. Thank you, thank you. 4 months already, right? Blank, thank you for the super chat. Down payment for the games. Thank you, thank you. Save the yellow with his bake sale, nothing else happened. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the way that it was actually pitched to us was, like, there was no planning, really, like, between the boys. It was just, here's the prompt. TEMPUS is out of money. Go give your best pitch. And we all just kind of came up with our own pitches on our own. Like, no input, no coordination, no discussion. All of that was just, like, each of us coming up with our own ideas. Mickey, thank you for the super chat. I'll take your entire stock. Yeah, thank you, thank you. What is the bake sale thing everyone was talking about? We had a... I don't know if you can hear that outside. Give me just a minute. Let me go ahead and like mute real quick. I'm gonna close my window. There's like noise going on outside. Alright, I'm back. Wait. Yeah, I think they were like spraying something. But yeah, it was mostly just all the boys coming up with their own ideas and then just kind of winging it. There really wasn't much. It was just kind of like, hey, give us like a short prompt of what you would do if you wanted to help TEMPUS raise money, and I just had no idea. I wanted to think about like monster hunting, but monster hunting on its own doesn't particularly pay well, so go back to the simple basics of bake sales. My friends and I were actually thinking a long time ago about like having a bake sale to like raise some funds, and we were trying to like think about like, the logistics of running like a small boba shop too. It's just too much water. It's so difficult if you don't have like a source of water to like make that work, unfortunately, because it's so heavy. Haruka, Koiri, 4 months, yay. Would love to go to your bake sale, Shinri. I'm sure it's yummy, especially the mascot cupcakes. Aw, thank you, thank you. Damn, no one went with the charity car wash. Oh my god. Maybe we could do that next time. The next time the budget comes around and we need to make some money, we'll do like a car wash, wet t-shirt contest. I don't know. I don't wear t-shirts. I don't think that would work for me. Jorts, no. Oh, not jorts. Oh my god. Boba is not lactose intolerant friendly. No. We were trying to figure out how to make boba work, but like cooking it would be too difficult. Like transporting it already cooked was already bad enough because of how heavy it is once it's fully cooked. So we were thinking like, what if we just like brought the dry boba to like the school, and then we cooked it right there, and then we were trying to like figure out how to cook boba and we had to go get one of those like big 5-gallon buckets of water, fill it up halfway, and then just drag it all the way back over to have enough water to cook, and it just became a mess. Robot Peter Okoidi, combination of Tempest Bake Sale and Host Club, because either way you're getting Okoidi, thank you for me for the membership. And Minju's thank you for the super chat. T-shirt funds. Oh, one of these days, I'll get a t-shirt. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Isn't that too complicated? It was a lot of work. Like, you can either buy the boba dry and like prepackaged, or sorry, like dry and then cook it at home. But then transport was difficult because we were like realistically looking at maybe a lunch, like a full lunch's worth, and we were like maybe like 2 gallons worth of boba. And like the tea is fine, the milk was fine, you just gotta get cooler, and then you chill the milk in there and soy milk and all that, but you'd have to take the jacket off for a car wash. So that's true. Can't get this like puffy fur wet, or else it'll get all damp and smell funny. Does the guild not do escort missions for nobles? Not that we know of. I don't know how much I can say about that. No, we don't actually get that many. Not recently, which is kind of why I asked on the tweet if we had a bulletin board where you could put up quest and requests, what kind of stuff you would toss up there, and just kind of looking for little jobs that we can do to make some money on this side. Do ghost hunting, but you just collect the ghost. Gotta catch them all. Man, if it was like a Pokemon game, but it was specifically about like haunted houses and spirits and ghosts, and you could go hunting for entities like that, I think that'd be a lot of fun. How's the sleep schedule side quest going? Yeah, we just part of working here at the guild, I suppose. Hip Ray, O'Grady, can't believe it's been 3 months. You're doing incredible. I can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you. Isn't that just Yokai Watch? I suppose, but it's too, Yokai Watch is like too cartoony. It's too cute. I want that to be like the dark, nitty-gritty, bloody, terrifying parts of it. Like give me the spooky. Like after the spooky, when you take them back home, or when you have them like Pokeballs or something, I guess like the equivalent of Pokeballs. Yeah, that is too cute. I want it to be like really scary. I want that to be like actual like spooky. Fatal Frame. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yokai Watch with the shaders on. Like RTX on and RTX off, right? Satanel, thank you so much for the super chat. Daily reminder that Dual Tempest is not a villain's guild pretending to be a hero's guild, as shown by proposed schemes being totally legal. Oh my god, that's what we should do. Hang on, let me go propose this to the boys. Like, what if one day we tried to be evil? Like, hang on, let me see if I can get. All right, what if we tried to be evil for a day? Not a day, like a week. For evil for a week, like an evil guild. Like, what would happen? Let me go propose that to the boys and see what they think. I tried. I don't think anyone in our guild is competent enough, including me, to be like consistently evil for like a week. Nobody said Tempest is a heroes guild. We are just like dudes. It's mostly just dudes. Evil Shinri is anti-lore. Oh yeah, I'll be making pee-pee poo-poo jokes all the time, and I'll be talking over cutscenes and ignoring all the important dialogue bits, and then I'll complain about how I don't understand the story all the time while actively avoiding paying attention to it. Truly evil. Oh my gosh. Evil Shinri skipping the cutscene. There's one thing that I like. If I were to be truly evil, the most evil thing that I can think about for myself is just like eating on stream and not being muted. I could not handle that. The chewing sounds. Oy. Evil Shinri becomes Bettel. Misinterpret all the lore. I think that would actually be pretty hilarious if I got like, I've never played this game, but let me tell you confidently the lore and the story behind this game that I never played. Yeah. Evil Shinri doesn't rewind the tape. Oh no, that's terrible. I couldn't do that. I have like, not anymore, but like back then when I used to watch tapes on VHS, I would have just muscle memory of every single time I finished a movie, I would take it out and then take the VHS into the red car tape rewinder, the little race car rewinder thing, and then always put it in there before I like would just toss it into the case again. This person definitely dies at the end. The backseat is something. Evil Shinri burps without saying excuse me. I don't know if I could. Evil Shinri gives spoilers. Let's see. What's the worst spoiler that I could give out? Let's see. I'm trying to think of a spoiler that I can like say to spoil something with. I'm actually having a difficult time. I can't think of anything. Secret 2, thank you for the gift of memberships. Thank you. You tried. Thanos dies, right? Okay, chat, here's the thing. Okay, so like, how should I explain this? I don't know how to be mean or like do spoilery things or anything like that. It just doesn't work in my mind. I don't know, like I've like physically cannot think in that way. Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but everyone knows that already. Like, is that a spoiler? Rosebud is the sled. Bruce Wayne is Batman. I think it's more like Batman pretends to be Bruce Wayne. They all die. Everybody dies at the end. Ooh, yeah. All the characters die of old age. Not all the characters. There's like a whole bunch of elves in Lord of the Rings are like thousands of years old. But that's because they do nothing but like live inside their own little homes and just wait. Luciuna, Goity. Evil Shinri hates us. Oof. Oh no. I couldn't do that. Okay, this might sound terrible, but I couldn't hate anyone. I can't find myself ever like hating anyone because hating people takes effort. It takes effort and I don't have that effort. It takes a lot of energy and like mental capacity to hate, like actively hate someone. So it doesn't really register. Like there's like, I don't really hate anyone. I can't think of a person I hate. They just become irrelevant and then I just stop thinking about them. And I just, hating people, I don't know. Life is short, right? Like don't waste your time hating things. That's not good. Like spend that time enjoying things that you do like. I don't know, there are people out there who like really hate someone and they constantly think about it and it's like, you are dedicating so much of your mental bandwidth to hating this person or this company or this thing or, you know, this, that, whatever it is, right? But like, why? You know? Find something that you enjoy. I mean, hate as in the emotion. Perhaps it's just anger. I don't really feel true anger when it's alarming to me. Yeah, I don't. It's been a while. I would get tired after a while. I think the worst thing is I would like really dislike like a behavior or an action someone took for a while and just be like, why did they do that? Grr. And then like 2 days later, I'm just normal again. I'm just kind of like file it away. Evil Shinri puts food coloring in the coin. Alright, Definer Deluxe, thank you for re-upping the membership. I've had people get even more mad that I wasn't bothered by their hate moment. The opposite of love is not hate, just don't care. Yeah. Did you see the new Transformers movie yet? No. Oh, I finally, speaking of new things, Amnesia, the bunker? I finally checked out the trailers for it. It looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna be honest, it looks like the other Amnesia games. It really looks very similar to the rest of the Amnesia games because like the movement and the controls seem pretty identical. It's just a different skin. I'm curious to try it. I think everyone's played like the original Amnesia, so I don't really have any real desire to play it, but the new one, I might give it a shot. Cammy, hello, thank you for re-upping the membership. Evil Shitty moves everything slightly to the left to inconvenience everyone. The new one looks great. It does look good. Like the graphics, it looks like an updated version of the old Amnesia games, but with a different like building. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse? No, I haven't. I want to see it though. Evil Shooting bought new monitors every month with the curt what is not broken. Oh my gosh, I could not do that. Evil Shooting finally able to sleep. Nice to just saw the animation, everyone's so hilarious. Yeah! Oh. Hello? Oh, that was weird. Oh yeah. That was strange. I'm not sure what was going on there. I think Siri tried to do something real quick. Antigone Yokoiri, 4 months I'm getting older. Anyways, my family used to question me so much for years growing up on why I don't have so much hate on things and people. I just don't have it in me. Same. Completely felt. Welcome back to the Goylecta. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Where? Okay, chat. This is kind of related to what I was talking about in the membership stream, but I won't talk too much about the specifics of what I talked in the membership stream, just for like, to keep like membership stream content exclusive to members. Last night, I went ahead and I binge listened. I think it's binge listened. I listened to a whole bunch of Welcome to Night Vale episodes. And like for the first time, I like actually paid attention to it, listening to it all. It's really interesting. I like it. There's like things I like about it and things I don't like about it. And I guess the thing that I worry a little bit about is, okay, so let me talk about like the things I didn't like about it first. And then let me talk about the things I did like about it. All right. So like bad news, good news kind of thing. So, the things that I did not like about Night Vale, it seemed very random, I guess. It was difficult. Like every now and then, a couple of things would come back and there would be like a common story arc regarding certain entities. I think the big thing that I noticed was like the glow cloud made a couple of appearances across multiple episodes, which is pretty great. And the characters that were like interacting with the glow cloud were pretty fun to like listen to, like see how they developed and how they changed. The rest of the segments though were very like random, I think. All hail the glow cloud, right? Random as in disorganized. Not necessarily disorganized. It felt very, how would I say this? Like, the only like real like comparison I can make it would be like the Uwu holds up spork, my name is Boxy type of randomness. Of like, there's just things happening and it's like, oh look, like don't pay attention to this thing. And there's this other stuff that appears and it's like very random stuff happening all over the place, you know? Definitely a product of its time, early Templar days. That it did really did give me that feeling. There's an actual storyline as the show progresses. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that there was the way that I wanted it to be was more like there is a main story arc that kind of goes through the whole thing, and then like little bits and pieces, like tidbits of like world building that happens around it. But the entire stuff that I heard kind of felt more like everything was random. It's time in the beginning. Yeah. It takes a while for the story to start though. Surreal horror comedy. I worry that if it's too surreal and if it's too like random, that it becomes really difficult to pay attention to and very difficult to follow. And because it becomes difficult to follow, it ends up with that each of those individual pieces stop having meaning, you know? Because it's like, oh look, here's one piece of strange surreal thing, like, oh, you know, local high school students reported that a giant eyeball has now appeared in the walls and is following them. More information at 7. And then it never comes back again, you know? Like, it's just, oh, a surreal thing happened. And then, you know, no further development on that happens. And because I'm thinking there, I'm like, tell me more. Like, where did this come from? Does it make a sound? Can you touch it? Can you like poke at it? Like, is it on the ceiling? Can you like, does it react? Like, you know, but not much more than that, you know. Like the show Lost. The kind of charm is it's presented as mundane. That's true. That's true. Okay, so the things that was like the biggest thing I didn't like about it. Just so many different parts, all just kind of randomly happening here and there. The thing that I did like about it was like the ending credits were also kind of eerie. It was like a little bit of a meta thing, but I thought that was really fun. It felt meaningless, not necessarily meaningless, but like it's just like random stuff happening and being commented on for the sake of randomness, and I didn't really like that part. Been told that's a writing style used to make you feel like surreal things are just a natural part of the world, but I'm also not a writer. Maybe I'm also not a writer myself, so I don't really know. In my mind, I want there to be like some kind of a narrative. It's like episode 1, episode 2, and then there are like consistent characters or consistent events or locations that happen in like a place. Yeah, we're talking about Welcome to Night Vale. I listened to it for the first time last night, but yeah. The live shows were really fun for audience inclusion. Ooh, live shows. I wonder if we could do live shows. It picks up in later seasons, but now it's a good starting point that grows. My favorite characters there are the angels. I don't think I've gotten to the angels yet. There was like a mention of like an angelic figure, but I don't think I gotten to that point in the stories yet. I went to one of the live shows. It was amazing. Ooh. Year 2 and onwards. Year 2 and onwards. I'm reading through the summer camp voice drama ad, and it is a demonic entity. I think one of them is. I don't remember off the top of my head. Faceless old woman, my Oshi. I think like it pops up here down below, like every now and then it'll cycle through. Hakka fights a demon in his. Oh, I actually have not listened to the rest of the boys' voice packs, only my own. Where is it? Hakka versus demonic entity. Yeah, there it is. Casey Okoiri, maybe try episode 13 and see if you like that. It's very different, but I think you'll like it. It's called A Story About You. Kind of a one-shot story about you. Ooh. Thank you. I'll keep listening to more episodes over this coming weekend because I do want to see if we can get more concrete ideas on the project that we want to work with. I think right now it's a little bit more kind of, it's more like in the air right now. We're just kind of like fancying the idea. We haven't really focused too much on getting things done at the moment. A Story About You is so good. Ooh. Alright, I'll have to check it out. Hakka would join the demonic entity and take over. Welcome to Night Vale. Night Vale is over 10 years old now. Oh my god. 10 years old? Wait, how often do they release? Like once a week? or like once a month. Like 10 years. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine that. Could you guys imagine that? If we had a podcast or a radio show or just something going on that was like 10 years. Oh my goodness. Also, welcome to Night Vale, popular day in peak Tumblr era. I think so. That was a long time ago, but I've heard a lot about it. I've never actually paid enough attention to like follow along with it. Initially once a week. Can't wait for Tempus 10-year anniversary. 10 years. Wow, I can't think about that. I was about to say it hasn't been 10 years, then I checked. Oh no. 10 years can go by fast if you don't pay attention. That's the thing I'm scared about, chat. That's the thing I'm scared about. I don't know. Like 10 years before you, like, time is going to pass by whether or not you pay attention to it, right? It just happens to go by faster if you don't pay attention to it. I wonder, like, where will we be 1 year from now? Where will we be 3 years from now? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Wait, how old am I? I'll be 50 years old at 20. Oh my god. Wait, I can't even retire at 50. Isn't retirement age like 63, 62 and a half? Or something like that? So I've still got like 20 good years, 65. So I got like a good 35 years ahead. It's like 66 now, 65 and a half. Oh, I can't think about that. I wonder where I will be at 65. I wish, like, maybe there'll be like some kind of a retirement home for us, like retiring adventurers and guild members. We just have like a retirement home that we send to, and all we do is just sit and stream, constantly stick waving at the sun and clouds about the good old days. But like, back in my day, we used to only have, like, VR wasn't that commonplace. Nowadays, every one of you youngsters and whippersnappers are born with the VR headset. Tempus retirement. A VTuber retirement home where all your home just old VTubers. I think that'd be great though. I'm just thinking, like, what if, like, we had, like, I don't know. I wonder if something like a reunion is possible. Like, 10-year reunion, you know, 10 years down the line, you know, if everyone has kind of gone off on their own directions and on their own journeys and travels, we all get back together and then reminisce and talk about the good old days. All right, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. Wait, what's with the sad faces? No sad faces. That's such a good trope. It is, but I'm scared, Chad. A little bit. Well, I guess I'm not scared, just more like conscious of that realization that's gonna happen soon. A 10-year in review. A decade in review. It'll be a decade in review. I get to pick out the highlights of the past 10 years with the Tempus boys. Don't be sad, everyone gets older. Yeah. What was that line from Doctor Who? Growing older is mandatory, but growing up is optional. And you should still have that childlike wonder and curiosity, the desire to keep learning and exploring more about the world around you. Can't wait for a decade of review. Oh my gosh, I should go ask Bettel, like, if he has plans for it. I can't even remember last week. Octogenarian Tempus, oh my gosh. I wonder what it would look like. Well, like, what will the guild hall look like in 10 years from now? Well, let's just enjoy the moment. Yeah. It'll take a solid week to review. Bye bye, lovely Koi fam. I love you so much. Stay safe. Thank you for the stream for me. Thank you for stopping by, No Name Girl. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Dusty? No, we'll have to keep it clean. We'll have to keep it clean. We did the Altair Suite animation, so we know how to keep the entire guild hall clean. Get those like feather brushes and stuff. Gray hair Shinri would look so good though. I was wondering like if I could do that, like get maybe like gray streaks in my hair, kind of like Mr. Fantastic. How when he gets powers, he has like streaks in the ear, or like right there on the side, like above my ear, like where it gets like grayish. Silver fox, salt and pepper. Yeah, salt and pepper. There we go. Grandpa will still look the same by then, probably. And then Magni's gonna look amazing because he has that. What was it called? Snail serum face, like skin. Let me try this again. Snail serum facial skincare routine, or something like that. Snail mucin. It just sounds weird. Snail serum is amazing. I have never used it myself, so I'll take your word for it. But I find it odd. Odd, curious, maybe? Curious is probably the better word. I find it curious how we are so, I don't know, like desperate to keep our appearances that we would go so far to try applying various substances from animals onto our skin to keep ourselves looking youthful. Glee, thank you for the super chat. Stretches? Oh yeah. I have not stretched in a while because I was just sitting here in front of my PC for a little bit. Stem cell. Do you need a chiropractor? I'm scared of chiropractors. I like, as far as I know, chiropractors are like a thing that people go for, and I've seen a lot of it. I've heard people talk about it, but like I would never go to one myself. I just couldn't. It seems really intense. I think like maybe yoga instead of a chiropractor. Just don't let them touch your neck. Chiropractors seem to encompass very different things in different places. The things that I'm aware of here, at least locally, you don't have to have like a medical license. You can just go to chiropractor school, get a certificate, and then you're ready to go to like start your own quote practice. And I find that a little bit scary. There doesn't seem to be any accountability there if anything goes wrong, so yeah. Placebo effect? Yeah, that's what I hear too. I hear chiropractors aren't real and massages are better. I would love to go to a massage. I want to do that. I want to get those like really the spicy massages. No, not spicy. Hot stones. That's what I'm thinking of. Why did I say spicy? I want to go to a massage where they have like those hot stones and they put the stones on top of your back. Sorry, my brain crossed over the word spicy for hot. No, not that kind of spicy. Sorry, my brain like crossed wires on the words there. But like it's supposed to be super relaxing, where they heat up the stones and they place it on your muscles, and it's supposed to be really, really good for you, and like relieving a lot of tension and stress. A 90-minute deep tissue massage. Oh my god. I've been to that kind of massage. Ooh, nice. Like the massages where they walk on your back. I don't know any place that does that. I would love to go visit one of those places though. Never gotten a massage. I've only gotten like one, but that was a long time ago. I've always felt it was like, I don't know. It was like okay, so the reason why I have not gone to a massage is because I was never able to justify the price. Moonshiro Koiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. I see places that have like massage prices and it's like $60 for 60 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, do I feel sore enough that I would be willing to pay $60 for this, or like 75 or 90? And I just could not convince myself or justify it to you that at the price that they were charging. Because I always felt like, I was like, you know what, I'll just sleep it off. Like, I feel sore, my back hurts, and like I could go for a massage, but I'd rather just like sleep it off. And then that's what I'd do. I remember there was a time when I was like starving because I didn't have food back then. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to sleep. We're just gonna try again tomorrow. You know, just down a whole bunch of water and then just sleep. And then all the problems go away for a couple of hours. Asian countries have cheap massages because it's a traditional thing. I want to see if we can get like a massage if I go to like Japan. That'd be nice. Relatable. Most of the massages I got were for my health. My family noted I was always stressed type of person. I think, dude, I should get a massage. I wonder if like that would help me with some of the stress I've been feeling. Whether that works or not depends on what's causing the problem. That's fair, yeah. If like the stress is from like your muscles, then like that would obviously help. But if it's like what was it called again? Like psychosomatic stress, where there's something like some circumstances or like some situation that is taking up your mind and that's causing you stress, then a massage might not help because the source of it comes from the worries that you have and the anxiety, as opposed to like a physical source, you know? I give my parents massage for free. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. Ever since I was a kid, I would always massage my siblings and parents' backs. I would notice they would be exhausted and still ask me to this day. Aww, that's very sweet. Your company covers massages if they're through a physical therapist? Oh, I want that. You'd be like, hey, Yagu-san, can I get a new term in my contract that allows me to get one free massage for for work-related purposes? Like, at least one a month. Like, give me that, give me that. I wanna renegotiate my contract to include that term in there. Depends on the person. Some find physical activities relaxing for stress, like massage or exercise. Man, I want to go rock climbing. I don't know if there's a rock climbing gym nearby, but I want to go rock climbing. I've been seeing a couple of like rock climbing TikToks and YouTube shorts popping up on my For You pages, and like my main browsing thing, the timeline, I guess what we call it. I've been seeing a few of those and I'm like, oh, this looks a lot of fun. Rock climbing is fun. It's really tough. Bouldering is fun. It looks like a ton of fun. Okay, so like I just want to go like rock climbing just to see what the experience is like, and then take notice of all the weak spots I have on my body. Like, oh, I swim a lot, but does swimming help with rock climbing? I'm gonna assume the answer is no, because we use different muscles. But we'll see. I really want to try it though. It looks like a lot of fun. A try it once kind of thing. Not necessarily. I want to just get good at it, you know? You need a lot of grip strength. I do have a grip strength trainer. I don't know how much that translates though. Like the squeezy grip things. I don't know how much that translates to actually rock climbing though, because don't you have to use your back muscles and shoulders more so than your fingers? What kind of sports do you usually do? It used to be kendo, and then it switched over to swimming, and now I just kind of don't. It's mostly just like walks with the pupper, and then beyond that, not much else. I keep forgetting to use my grip trainer. It's a lot of fun to have it with you. Like I have mine on my desk, and whenever I play games and I get frustrated at something, like if I'm like, I don't know, playing What's the one that I've been playing recently quite a bit? Apex, I guess. Still trying to level up. Like if a bad thing happens and I get stressed out, then I'll like squeeze it. Yeah. Popper Blocks. Did you join any varsity? No, I wasn't that good. You should try Pilates just to say you did it. Wait, could you do Pilates at home? I don't know if you can do it at home. Maybe. Exercise your brain muscles every day. Ah, I wish I could stop. I wish I could turn my brain off. You swim too, no? Yep. I'm waiting for this weather to get a little bit more, a little hotter. Because once it hits like consistent 80s and above, I'll probably just go back to swimming more regularly. Varson, thank you for the super chat. How come you and the Companions have done a watch along? How come you and the Companions have done a watch along with the movie Ghost? And how come any one of you ever done art with Ghost making pottery? We have not. Oh, that's. Oh, I see. Thank you for the super chat. I think the big reason is because I am more interested in like the spooky parts of Ghosts and not. Okay, like Ghost on its own is a really sweet movie. It's really cute, but it's a romance movie. You know, it's a lovely romance movie, and like the idea of making pottery with the ghost, my heart, yes. Kokoro, yes. But I still want the spookiness. I want the scariness. Like the scary part, the horror aspect of it is what I really like. But like, maybe we can add it on there. I'm surprised I haven't seen that. It's really cute. It's like really, really sweet, but like the roles are flipped because the guy is the ghost and the woman's alive. It would but it's like not a horror movie at all. It's super sweet. Could you call it slice of life? I don't know. It's a romance. Shinri, do you want to be Demi Moore or Patrick Swayze? I don't know. I haven't followed them in a while. I'm going to say yes to both. So you want to get scare aroused? In a way, I want that to be more like it's the how to describe this? It's the fact that they are supernatural entities that I think is the part that's fun. It's not that they're just a ghost. It's that they are a bit more than just a ghost, you know? Is that the one where the guy keeps transferring bodies each day? No, it's the one where he... it's the one... What would be the most iconic scene? Do you guys remember the scene with the penny? Or like a coin, and then he like slides the coin up and down to show that he's there? Like... that. It's been a long time since I've seen the actual movie, but like there's like an iconic scene where he's like moving the penny to show that his presence is there. It's like, I am here with you. Let me move this penny. Ghost 1990. Oh my god. No. 1990? The movie is older than me? Oh my god. No. Oh no, the movie is older than me. It is a very old movie, yeah. We need to I Love the 90s quick dive. Oh, I don't remember most of my 90s. Whoopi Goldberg is a medium who helps him make contact. Oh yeah, that's true. I completely forgot Whoopi Goldberg was in that movie. Oh my gosh. 1990 is so old. My parents hadn't met yet. Oh my goodness. I hate it here. You sound so flabbergasted. It's very difficult because I know I do a lot of, I guess I try to keep up with the hip things, I guess, but it's very difficult for me to like get involved in those things. So my brain kind of stops updating after a certain time. Like right now, my brain, I still think relatively it's like 2004, 2009, 2008, like around there. I know it's like 15 years out of date, but like I mentally feel that way, you know? Like the jokes that I like instinctively want to make, the references I instinctively want to like call to are all from that time period. Like my brain just stopped aging and it's been trapped in its own little bubble, you know? Great, thank you for the super chat. Emotional damage. 30 is not old. It's not the part that's old. It's the part where my brain is unable to keep up with everything, and it's more like I'm stuck in the past. You know, my sense of humor still comes from like 2010s-ish, 2012-ish. You know, like when my brain, or like my critical thinking portion of my brain started becoming more active, you know. As someone who turns 30 in a month, 30 is damn old. Okay, so like, I don't know, like whenever I think about things, you know, it just calls back to stuff that's a lot older than I remember it being. As long as I understand the big references and memes I do these days, I'm happy. I try my best, but I don't understand like half of it. Like, okay, question. Where did I already ask this question? Like the phrase "no shot." I feel very strange because when I was growing up, no one ever said the phrase "no shot," you know, and it was always like "no shit," but like "no shit" was in a way it's like a condescending affirmation of a comment that someone else made, you know. Like, oh hey, that guy's driving really fast, and like, no shit, and it's like I know you, like it's obviously clear that he's driving really fast, you know. That's the phrase that I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with the phrase "no shot," and I don't know where it came from, but like halfway through last year, I think, I actually remember this because I was watching Magni stream before we debuted, and Magni would keep saying "no shot," and I was like, wait, what? Who uses "no shot"? And he said it so naturally. I was like, wait, is this new lingo? Say, what does "no shot" mean? It means like I don't believe you, or like get out of here, or like that's an outrageous claim that you have just made that I don't believe the veracity of. That's kind of what "no shot" means, you know. So it would be like, oh, did you hear, you know, so and so broke the world record for eating the most number of like hamburgers in 5 minutes, and then you'd be like, no shot. There's like no shot that he actually did break that record. You know, it's kind of like that. But I've never heard that phrase before, and then suddenly I come on the internet one day, and everyone's saying it, and I don't know where it came from. It's my first time hearing that. Nah, Magni says it all the time. He's been saying it since debut. And apparently there's like a whole bunch of people who also believe it. Same meaning as "get out of town." Exactly, yeah. Mishu, thank you for the super chat. 30 ain't old. Okay, I believe you, chat. 30 isn't old, but I still feel crunchy. Is it the same with the Sherlock one? No, that one is like "no shit, Sherlock" is like you have made a claim that is obviously apparent upon observation. But yeah, "get out of town" needs to come back. There was a whole bunch of things. Like I remember one of my old high school teachers telling me about the phrase "house." Like, that's so house. Or like, man, that was really house. Things like that, because house was supposed to mean really cool. And I had no idea. And that was like back in like the 80s apparently, like 70s or 80s, like house was a thing. Average lifespan is 70, so they call it 35 as halfway. Oh no, 5 more years and I'm halfway there. Yeah, that's a real boomer one. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. In like 10 years, there's gonna be a new generation after like Gen Alpha, I think, is the next one. So there's Zoomers, and then there's Gen Alpha, who are like, I think Alpha's like 14 years old now. Like 12 to, no, like 8 to 15 years old or something like that. I forget. There's a new generation after Zoomers, and it's Gen Alpha. But like once they grow up in about 10 years or so, they're gonna have their own entire like language and terminology. They're turning teenagers, yeah. Already, yep. There's already a new generation. It's coming out. Alpha is like, we're like in the heydays of alpha. And then in a couple of years, we're going to have, I think, are we circling back to like generation beta? Zoomers are old now. I think most Zoomers can vote, if I'm not mistaken. I think a majority of Zoomers can now vote. So they're like up there. They're like getting into their 20s. I'm scared of having to keep up with them by the time I hit my 30s. It gets really rough. It's like, it's not that you don't care. Okay, maybe I wouldn't say you. I'll talk about myself. It's not that I don't care. It's that I end up finding just more things about my own life that I want to pay attention to that I can't really be bothered to keep up with, like, the younger generations. You know, like when something goes viral, when something goes really big, I'll pay attention to it because it falls up, it like appears on my radar. But for me, it's like, I already have my own life to live. I don't have time to stay up to date with whatever the Zoomers are doing or whatever Alpha's doing, even though I want to be part of it. I just don't have the time. 21 isn't Zoomer, it's Gen Z. Oh, that is a Zoomer. Gen Z are Zoomers. Which generation are on TikTok right now? I don't know. My corner of TikTok is primarily pictures of like TikToks of animals and cooking and occasionally Valorant gameplay. And that's about it. Too busy working and paying with bills to keep up with the kids, yeah. Nothing says no longer with it like hearing a song that wasn't you in high school on the classic station. Classic station. Oh, ouch. Oof. Would you say people born 2000 are millennials or Zoomers? I would say they're closer to Zoomers than millennials. As someone born in 1992? Wait. 2? Yeah, I think 2. Almost 2, yeah. Somewhere around 1992. I guess I would qualify like somewhere in the middle of a millennial. Back in my day, TikTok's full of dancing people. It's really good at like figuring out what kind of content you like, and I love cooking content and I love animals, especially like animal ASMR where they eat food. I love that, so it just gives me all of that. 2000 is definitely Zoomer, but there's some overlap in experiences at the turn of a generation. Yeah, there's always going to be some kind of a blurry blend somewhere in the middle. Back in my day, TikTok was just a sound on the clock. When a song you used to listen to now is in the retro section, oh, it's not just that, but also like the games that you used to play. Ah, my Kokoro. I can't. Like, when, oh gosh, I think like the biggest whiplash was the very first time I heard someone mention that their television doesn't have the RCA cables that you need to use for like, what was it, an N64? This was a couple of years back, about a decade ago? Almost a decade ago? A little under a decade? I don't know, a couple of years back. But they didn't, their TV didn't have the little red, white, yellow cable things that would plug in your consoles into the TV. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, not like this. Nowadays, everyone uses what? HDMI, I think. Right, the composite stuff, channel 3, yeah. Oh my gosh. The absence of disc trays. My roommate told me that you can tell which generation you belong to by asking what is a large history-altering event you remember. What's the largest history-altering event that I remember? There's actually way too many. There's too many. I would like to stop living through so many history-altering events, please. Can we go and have like 10 years of just absolute nothing, mundane slice of life? Like, all we do is we wake up and then the ice cream truck person comes around. Y2K. Yeah, Y2K was probably mine. I remember watching television and like not comprehending it, but everyone was talking about things like, oh no, our devices, our electronics are not handled, or like are not built to handle changing from 1999 to 2000, and then, you know, the entire stock market's going to explode and fall apart and everything. Agree, thank you for the super chat. Kids about the rotary phone. Why does that phone have a hashtag on it? Ooh. Great, thank you for the super chat. But yeah, that one too. When people changed the pound symbol over to the hashtag symbol, and it's like, oh no. Oh no. So for those who don't understand what Y2K is, the K stands for 1000. So Y2K was the year 2000, and up until that point, there was a lot of like fear mongering, I guess would be the best way to put it, of people who were uncertain about whether or not computers and the like just online devices in general would be able to handle the transition from 1999 to 2000 because of some coding thing. I forget what it was, but the coding thing was like a concern, and people were worried that, you know, like stock market would crash. Your PCs wouldn't work anymore, all of your electronic devices would stop functioning properly, and like another big thing was like whether or not the software used for air traffic control was going to survive. And people were worried like, oh, if you fly during Y2K, you know, if you're in the air, then you will not be able to land because the devices won't be able to coordinate airplane flights and stuff. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. A lot of things dependent on the dates and had the last two digits of the variables, 19 blank blank. Again, this had been noticed and corrected a lot earlier than many thought. Yeah, I don't think anything really bad happened. There was a whole bunch of people like claiming it was the end of the world and this and that. Way back, the systems did not go beyond the year 1999 in code, so they were scared the systems would reset and go bonkers in the year 2000. It was a real thing, but people worked to fix it a lot way before. Yeah, people are a lot smarter, like as a group, I guess. Oh, the integer limit? Bank IT system during Y2K. Remember him working overtime just in case and gave everyone a Millennium Bug plushies? Oh, it's actually really cute. That's really cute. You remember when they thought the world was going to end because of the Mayan calendar? Gosh, I wish it did. I wish it did. It would have been so much fun. Like, 2012, I was like, what was I doing in 2012? Probably drinking. I say I wish it did, as in like, I want there to be some excitement, you know, back then. What was I, 22 years old then? 20, right? I forget. 2012 I was 12 years old. Oh, it's so convenient. If you were born in the year 2000, you can just look at the last 2 years or the last two digits and you know. Finally saw that first end of the world that's real. I wish. I think it would be really cool. I've already talked about this, but like if there was an apocalypse scenario, I would love to be there for like the first 6 months just to see what would happen and how people would adapt. Bro, what? It would be a great way to break up the monotony of daily life to something that's a lot more exciting. Like, maybe not full-on Mad Max style, but, you know, before it becomes Mad Max. Sins, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Ashimi, didn't want to disturb your collabs and other stuff, but have you heard of a game called Receiver 2? It's a first-person shooter with interesting themes, gameplay, and lore. It does touch on the unaliving, though. I have not heard of that. I'll have to go check that out. Thank you for that recommendation. Thank you for the super chat. Ooh. What does this look like? Oh, I have to mute this, make sure it doesn't play a sound. I was 8 that time. Fire, brimstone, floods, locusts, etc. I think that'd be really cool. Like, how would you handle, like, locusts? I don't know. Remember graduating high school in 2012? You're all joking that at least we finished before the world ended. Oh, hello, Hakka. Thank you for the raid. Hello, hello. Hello, Akitos. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hakka tells me that you were doing a watch along. I hope it was fun. I hope it was fun. Hello, Hakitos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Quick quiz to polish. I had one of those electric fly swatters, but they feel really huge if we had a locust apocalypse. I think... How would you handle locusts? I would imagine like a flamethrower would probably be the best one, or just go downstairs into the basement and then hold up. Like, I don't know. Like they would get everywhere, wouldn't they? I would stay inside. Yeah, eat them. Get like that big machine from, what was it, Snowpiercer, that like grinds up the insects and then turns them into paste so that you can make them into bars of food. Electrified wire fencing. Maybe. All the bug blood splashing everywhere. Aren't there, I think I've seen like videos of people surviving through like locust swarms, and it looks terrifying. You can find a few videos on YouTube of people just like filming their homes. It's, I think, primarily somewhere in the Midwest where they have a lot of farmland, and they'll have videos of this, and it's, I don't know, it's terrifying just to think about it. Ma'am, thank you for the super chat. I discovered over the years that apocalyptic excitement is not all that cracked up to be. Nowadays, I'm grateful for the mundane peace. Ah, I see. Thank you for the super chat. I guess maybe in like small doses. This is kind of why I enjoy the fantasy of an apocalypse through, say, games like Fallout. We usually use ducks to eat them. Ooh, that's really smart. The danger to locusts is not to people but to crops. I've heard of that too. They like eat all your vegetation, like regardless of whether or not it's even food for you, they'll just eat all the vegetation and completely strip away like all the plants and cause the soil to go barren. And then that means, wait, what was it again? They eat all the plants and then it kills off all the above surface vegetation. And what happens is the roots end up dying because of that. And once the roots are dying, they're unable to hold onto the soil. So when, say, a strong gust of wind comes over, it starts to blow away the topsoil of all the nutritious, like nutrients, the minerals, and all the things that plants need to grow. It blows all of that away because the ground becomes dry. And then that causes even more problems later when you try to farm, but the ground is no longer able to sustain farms. That's how the Dust Bowl happened. Yeah, like the really big Dust Bowl, 1930s, I think. But yeah, Dust Bowl was insane to read about. I can't imagine. I only learned about the Dust Bowl through photography and looking at photos of people surviving through the Dust Bowl. Yeah. Apocalypse sound cool, but I would be like, there were no toilets and I couldn't. Oh my god. That's right. No plumbing. No bidets. No, okay, maybe not. I could not handle that. I probably couldn't handle that. Not anymore. I would need to have a bidet. Like, it's really... Bidets are so nice to have. I don't know if I could... Oh gosh, without any running water. A shovel can make you a toilet anywhere. Right, but then the cleanliness, you know? What is a bidet? It's like a small hose that sprays some water at like a moderate pressure to clean up your behind after you do the dirty. Hop to a river? No. Use a flowing river? I would worry about that. Like, I've never had this happen to me, but I've always worried whenever we go camping that some of my friends would go upstreams and then do something really gross, like pee into the river, and then we would be downstream and we would be just hanging out, like fishing or something, and like it would just cross over. Like, that's what I worried about. That's how people get sick. Yeah. Rivers are very nasty. I could not imagine. Like, there's so many things going on in rivers. You know, you gotta be careful, right? Use the big leaves to wipe. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. Wait. You can tell like who is a beginner prepper and who is like a really extreme prepper because they'll have a section of their garden specifically dedicated to growing plants with big broad leaves. What were they called again? Lamb's ears? I think. Lamb's ears, I think. They're like, it's like a type of plant with like small broad-ish leaves that are like really soft, and you can use them as toilet paper. Sheep's ears? Lamb's ears? I forget what they're called, but like if there's a type of plant that does that. Elephant ears? I think those two, yeah. Kind of get why people buy all the toilet paper in a crisis now. They got fine hair? I think they're supposed to be really soft. Do not use your socks. Yeah, that's a Hakka thing. We use gabi or taro leaves. Ooh. Human ears? No, I think it's a plant called lamb's ears. Let me see if we can find it. Lamb's ear plant. Lamb's ear plants. Yeah, they're called lamb's ears. Actually, they look really soft. Aww. Talk about toilet paper if you don't want to lose it. Yeah. Love plants so much. Nature is fascinating. Man, I want to go camping again. I want to go camping, but like in a haunted forest. I want some more excitement in my life. I don't mean like, not that streaming isn't exciting or anything, but like I just want to be there and like do something that causes my heart rate to go up a bit more. You're gonna go ghost hunting? I really want to. Camping off collab, man. Aokigahara. I don't know if I can go there. I'm not sure if we're allowed to like film or like record anything in those places. It feels a little bit disrespectful, I think. You would be the one to do that. I want to like, even if it's just like camping in the car, I just want to be able to do something outside. Don't forget your Ouija board. Imagine if you go into like, if you go to like in the forest, but it's like a very specific part of the forest where like no one's actually died, and you try to use your Ouija board, but there's like no spirits around you. It's just like the spirits of animals. So the results that you get on the Ouija board is just like gibberish, and it doesn't really like make any sense. You're holding onto the little what's it called again, the little arrow thing, the pointer, and then you're like, what is your name? And it just like, it's like a bear. It's just this really tired lazy bear that's like moving it around, and it doesn't know what you're doing. Planchette. That's what it's called. It does have a name. Planchette. What would you do if you asked if there are any ghosts and the board says no? I would probably get... I'm gonna be honest. If I asked, are there any ghosts around, and it says no, I would probably, like, try to engage it in conversation more, because in my mind, I immediately think the ghost is shy and doesn't want to be, like, disturbed. So, like... I don't know. I would want to just hang out. Like, is it, like, are there ghosts here? And the ghost would be like, no. And it's like, is it okay if I just hang out here with you for a little while? Like, we don't have to talk. I just want to spend some time, you know? You would bother anyway? No, I would just be there, you know? I just, you know, hang out. We don't have to talk. We don't have to say anything. Like, let me just be with you. That's all I would want, you know? The ghost must be an introvert before... Aww. That's actually a good question, chat. Where are all the introverted ghosts? Like, wait, like, all the ghosts that... A majority of them seem to be very extroverted and outward, you know, the poltergeists that throw things around, but where are all the introverted ghosts that are just hanging out and, I don't know, watching anime on a Friday night, you know, in their bed? They're hiding. They're around us, shyly peeking. Aww. Man, thank you for the super chat. Oh, thank you for the magenta super chat. Speaking of things struggling to survive, the YouTube algorithm today gave me a clip of you talking about your busted monitor. Oh, right. Yeah, that. It's still busted. I haven't fixed it yet. Yeah, it's still there. But thank you so much for the magenta super chat. Thank you, thank you. I want to ask the ghost on the Ouija board, are you single? Can we go out? I would go to the Ouija board, just be like, do you have nice clothes? Better get dressed because I have reservations at a nice restaurant. I'll pick you up at 7. And then just leave. Leave the ghost really stunned. Oh yeah. Do you like Italian foods? There's this neat place. New monitor funds? I can't do it, chat. It's a core part of my personality. I just cannot get rid of this monitor. I'm like staring at the crack. It's right there and it's broken. But I can still see off the rest of it and I just cannot bring myself to fix it. Ghost probably doesn't wear anything. Oh my. The ghost trapped in the area, you have to bring a piece of the building or move the restaurant to the haunted building. That's what we would have to do. Like, you would have to go and ask, like, do I, like, go pick up your skull? And are you, like, attached to the skull? Or is it, like, the area? Try to find out, like, which part of the building it's tied to. Like, maybe it's the panels that it died on, you know? What if the monitor wants to rest? Can a ghost ghost you? Oh no. You have to carry the Ouija board to hold a conversation. We can make a digital Ouija board, maybe. I don't know, like a walkie-talkie maybe? Or like a spirit box? You can communicate that way. Sama-sama, thank you for the super chat. Bring you back the monitor funds. I don't know if I could though. Getting double ghosted would be horrible. Like, oh my gosh. I have this image in my mind now of sitting across the table and there's a menu of the restaurant and like I've already picked mine and the ghost can't pick like theirs. So you bring over the planchette from the Ouija board and you put it on the menu and then you can see the planchette moving across the various items on the menu and then it'll pause and then the planchette points and turns to you as if to ask like, what are your thoughts about this? Like, do you think this sounds good? Or like, do you think the shrimp scampi might be nice? And then you're like, you know, like, yeah, I think it is, but like, maybe we want something like spicy. And then like the planchette will like shake a little bit in agreement and then continue moving down the menu to point at different things. Like, that'd be so cute. It would be the only way to consistently interact with the world would be through the little planchette. Oh my god. Would that not be adorable? Their waiter would be so confused. Oh my gosh. Like the little planchette's moving, right? And then it stops at one thing and then it points over to the waiter and the waiter's like, what? What's going on? And then you have to explain to the waiter, oh, like, you know, they just want to know, like, what goes into this dish? Can you explain? And then the waiter just like awkwardly talks to an empty seat, but like the ghost is just there, like listening very attentively. I think it'd be really cute. Totoro, thank you for the super chat. 1 cupcake, please. I want to make those mascot cupcakes a reality one day. I want a comic with this prompt. I want to see this. If you make it, please like post it on the art tags and everything. I want to see it. I think it'd be very cute. Gotta be careful with those ghost allergies. My heart. Choco milk tea, Okoiri. Love the new TEMPUS animation episode. Your bake sale picture's adorable. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for yipping the membership, Okoiri. We have a few more, I think, in the works. I don't remember. we actually recorded these quite a while ago, so I don't completely remember. But I think there are going to be a bunch more coming out soon, so please do keep your eyes out for those and check them out. Mystery box mascot sweets. Ah, that'd be so good. Do ghosts die again if allergic? Oh no, I hope not. Loving the shorts. Just came from watching it. Was very good. Thank you, thank you. Love to hear it. If you kill a ghost by accident, are you legally liable? I don't think so. I think technically ghosts don't have any rights in like property. Momi, thank you for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. My hat was stolen by a bird. The top of my head feels cold. So, do you think koi can grow hair? If so, I will try the hair growth products on the market. Do kois grow hair? Maybe as wigs. I think they probably could. We'll have to see. We also do have the hat that Puniko wears. So you could also wear a hat to keep yourselves warm too. Maybe beards. I know Puniko has like the little whiskers. Afro koi wig. Oh, that'd be really cute. Do some fish have whiskers? Do those count? Yeah, they do count. Yes, yes. A koi in a beanie. Oh my gosh. Oh, it'd be really cute actually if I had to see kois with little hats on. Aw. I love the hat stuff. Yeah. Maybe we just have a lot of whiskers on our heads. Koi hairs. Meb, thank you for the orange super chat. Oh my goodness. Koi hair growth tonic fund. I'm imagining maybe like a koi that tries to put on hair growth products on their head, but they leave it. They put it on and they fall asleep and they forget to wipe it off. So the next morning they wake up and they have like the super long flowy hair. It's like shining and shimmering in the light. It's like, oh my gosh. I don't know if anyone will understand the reference, but like a Fabio type of thing where it's like a majestic mane that like shimmers and sways in the light. It's so like, it's so light that a gentle breeze causes it to like wiggle around the air. Just like, I was just about to say Fabio Koi. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm really glad some kois are here understand the Fabio reference. Oh my god, wait, how old is the Fabio reference? Oh my god, how old is that? Like, how long? Wait, where? 1990? The 2000s, like the early 2000s apparently. 20 years. Yeah, it's the 90s to the early 2000s. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's such a... Fabio, the guy from the romance books? Exactly, yes. The male model, he's got like golden hair that like really like glistens and shines. It's really light, so even the smallest breeze causes it to flow. It's amazing. I just think of the romance novel covers. Okay, for like 100%, I used to believe those like young adult novel book covers were like photoshopped. I used to believe that those like they could not, like they're all computer generated. There's no way, you know, because they just have like the weirdest composite of like there's a guy, he's like shirtless, his hair is flowing, but like the wind is blowing the wrong way. You know, his hair's flowing backwards, but you know, he's moving, you know, in a different direction. And he's on a white stallion, and the stallion is like charging up a hill, and there's like a castle, but like because it's poorly photoshopped, the perspective is wrong. So it looks like he's bigger than the castle that he's currently running up to. The OG AI art, right? Like I remember going to like Barnes and Nobles, Borders. I think Borders is dead now, But I would go to those and look at the covers and just be like, no, this isn't real. This looks like an image from a dream. At least the horse was real, right? As a grown adult, I like to look at the covers just to laugh at how dorky they are. I think there really is, I don't know, they're quaint in their own way. They had an aesthetic going, but they really did. Oh my god. Borders, yeah, Borders. Borders. It was like a bookstore competing against Barnes & Nobles. In the same way there was like Circuit City that was competing against Best Buy and Fry's. And then I think both Circuit City and Fry are gone now. There are very few bookstores now, at least the walking times. Yeah. Sad times, sad times. Well, I never heard of these things. Oh no. Circuit City is a massive throwback, right? Yeah, so there's like Best Buy, which is blue, and then there's Circuit City, which is red. Someone remembers Fry's. I used to love going to Fry's. Yeah. Borders get the whole generation of love after school. They really did. I like read my first manga in a Borders, I think. Like the first translated manga, like a physical copy, I think, was Ranma 1/2. And I think there was this one, like I just picked a random book and I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember it was being like, Ranma was fighting against these two siblings whose name was Mint and Herb, I think. And I just like vaguely remember that one chapter and I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Ranma 1/2 is great. Man. I never really paid too much attention to it, but I remember having a lot of fun reading it. I had like wondered, like, what if I had that power to like change genders depending on the temperature of the water that you were splashed with? And I was trying to like science it out. Like, what happens if you only get it on part of your body? Like, do you have to be completely covered by it, or like completely submerged, or like how does that work? You know? Did he ever marry Akane? I have no idea. I have no idea. I stopped paying attention to it a long time ago. I fell out of following it. Ranma was my bi-awakening. Man. Mine was the hit 1990 something. Was it? When did The Mummy come out? Yeah, 1999. The hit 1999 action-adventure movie, The Mummy, was mine. I love The Mummy. Oh, it was so good. I have not seen it in a long time. I just have like really good memories of watching it. The Mummy, understandable, right? Just everyone in that movie is really hot. Everyone is attractive. Watch along Doko. Is there a place that streams it? It's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube. I don't think there's a free offering though. It looks like they're all paid, like $4 from YouTube to rent. $4 to rent on Amazon Prime. Please, Shinri, but I'm gonna watch along. Netflix is paid. Is it on Netflix? It doesn't show up as, wait, The Mummy streaming platforms. Let's see, where to stream. It looks like Hulu, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube Movies. So no Netflix, unfortunately. You mustn't read from the book, right? I want to watch the movie together with everyone. Maybe we'll do that for next week. Next week? Next week. Wait. Hold up. Actually, I gotta be careful. Maybe not next week. Maybe over the weekend next week. Okay, so like I have to be careful because I can't like promise anything at the moment because we're getting close to my birthday and I know I'm gonna get busy, so I have no idea if I'll have the time to schedule that in along with everything else that I already have planned. It's so close on things. Yeah, it's just 2 weeks away. 1, 2. No, it's actually less than 2 weeks away at this point. Oh my gosh. Maybe we can do it as a watch along on like next week's Saturday. Maybe. I'll have to see. We'll see. But we do need to do a lot more watch alongs. I'll wait for the schedule. Don't worry. Thank you. Ooh yeah. There's so much stuff happening, chat. So much stuff. Eventually it's fine. Looking for a drawing idea. Oh. I'll make sure my schedule is clear. That movie is a blessing. It's been a while. Does it still hold up? I've actually not seen it again in the longest time. Everything happens so much. Yeah. Man. It does hold up. Okay. 100% holds up. Does very much. Yes, definitely holds up. Okay. We'll we'll go ahead and schedule one of those. Maybe sometime over the weekend next week. I don't know. We'll see. It holds up. Such a solid movie, man. It has. When was the last time I saw it? I think the last time I saw it was after I played the Mummy game on Game Boy Color, and then I remember getting frustrated with the controls of the game, so I ended up just watching the movie instead. I don't remember what exact day that was, or like time. Just Alice, thank you for the super chat. The money scarab scene is the reason I have an intense phobia of parasites. Looking forward to a potential watch along. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh, the scarabs. Oh, the scarab. Yeah, that stuff is like really spooky. Wait, I could not stop you hurting my age. 24? Ah, man. One day, chat, I will get better material than talking about the olden days. George of the Jungle was so good. Brendan Fraser, anything back then was great. George of the Jungle, the horror scene. Oh my god. He was everything. Yeah. Could just do like a Brendan Fraser watch along where we watch George of the Jungle, The Mummy, then The Mummy 2. The Mummy Returns, I think, or something. Brendan Fraser watch along marathon, just all the movies I showed up in. That could be fun. I can see that be fun. E.T. Oh, I don't remember watching that. I think I only remember like 1 or 2 scenes of it, but I don't remember too much about E.T. unfortunately. Whatever happened to him? I remember seeing on Twitter a while back like a Save Brendan Fraser hashtag or campaign going trending for a little bit, but I don't remember what happened to it. So he was in the Looney Tunes movie. Ah, the precious we need. Do you remember Saw? I like know of it. I don't really remember too much about the movies. I think I watched the first 2, and then after that I just kind of stopped. They all seemed very like torture porn. I didn't really like it because it was just like outlandish and gory violence for the sake of gory violence, and I didn't really like it. That's why. The first Saw movie was good. You don't need to watch the rest. Yeah, that's what kind of felt, unfortunately. A lot of it was just like shock horror for the sake of shock horror, and beyond that, I didn't really like it. The first one was really nice, like, oh, you're not living your life to the fullest, so let me put you in a situation where you'll learn to value like how precious your life is. Weird, like a little bit roundabout way to get to that message, but you know, I don't judge. And then after that, it just became strange, like an action movie. Speaking of movies, have you watched Skinamarink? I have not. Seems to be the general opinion of the Saw franchise. I think it got weird when they tried to make it like... Yeah, they milked the gore out of it too much. And it stopped being about like the desperation and the fear. And it became an action movie of trying to hunt down Jigsaw. And it just became weird. Just like a action chase sequence with a couple of gory bits in it, you know? Ninapedia, thank you for the super chat. This crunchy koi loves being blasted with nostalgia. No worry. Never worry about talking about the olden days. Thank you, thank you. I feel like 1, 2, 3 was all connected story-wise, and it just goes everywhere. Yeah. They tried to bring back the lore in the last movies, but I felt too late. I remember watching like a part of Saw where like one of the characters became Saw's apprentice or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember too much about it. It was very vague. Final Destination. Yeah. Okay, that one. Absolutely. Final Destination is the reason why I refuse to drive behind any car or like truck or hauling vehicle that has like logs or pipes. I still to this day, I will refuse to drive behind any car that, you know, is carrying things like that. I just cannot. Or glass, yeah, anything, if it's hauling any big thing that's not like secured in like a giant box, I will not do that. Like I can 100% I'll be able to drive behind like a shipping container, right? As long as it's closed. But like if I see logs, if I see pipes, no thank you. That scene is the only part of Final Destination I saw. I watched like Final Destination 3. I think it was 3. Was it 3? 3 or 2? The one where this dentist scene. Like, I think that was where I just, like, dropped it. Because... there was one scene of the guy, the dentist, right? Where the thing that ends up killing him was the perfect, like just all the perfect coincidences lining up, you know? Like I just like they went out of their way to just make it so like the Rube Goldberg machine that they put up together was like perfect, you know? That was, I just could not. Oh my god, the acupuncture scene, yeah. How long can you theoretically survive in a Final Destination scenario? I don't know if you'd be able to accurately judge that because it's like intentionally supposed to be like unknowable, you know? Like the most mundane of things causes a chain reaction, which, you know, like I don't know, like maybe you put a bottle down on the table, funny, right? So the cap falls off, and when the cap falls off, it hits a spoon, and the spoon falls off the table, and then hits a plug, and the plug is loose already for some reason, and then the spoon falls between the two prongs of the plug, and then shorts the circuit, and the shorting of the circuit causes the lights to go off, and the machine turns, you know, the emergency generator comes up, and I don't know, the whole sequence of actions that takes place to make it work, it's just outlandish, and I cannot take it serious at that point. Even if you're super safe, it kind of finds a way. Exactly, yeah. The hills have eyes. I vaguely remember that. I don't remember too much about it, unfortunately. It reminds me of the show 1,000 Ways to Die. Oh, I really love that show. I know this is kind of morbid, but I really enjoy like reading up about the way people die. I don't know, it's very morbid, but like that curiosity, like I really want to find out. I just want to know more about it. I remember there was one of the things that I really remember is there was a story about a couple of divers who were inside, like diving really deep down and trying to go back to their lab, underwater lab, and they were trying to like depressurize themselves, but the latch that was holding the depressurization chamber wasn't completely closed. So when they try to depressurize themselves, it causes an explosion where they rapidly depressurized. And then like they were describing what happened to the divers, and it was morbid, but like I just could not pull myself away. I had to know, so I just kept reading. Yeah, the diving bell incident, yeah. Just existing, welcome to the collective, welcome. Thank you for signing up. I vaguely remember that. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, just the fact that like your body is a physical thing that has physics acted upon it. Like a car crash, you can't help but be curious. Yeah. The plane ones I can't do. I think I've seen a few of those. They're kind of scary. I remember there's this one YouTube video about a plane crash where they had taken the data from the plane's black box, the little device that like tracks all the data from the plane. You know, if anything goes wrong, it like is a really strong reinforced box that keeps track of all the data, so that you can like rewatch it and see what happened. They have those like little 3D models, the simulations of like, oh, this is what the plane was doing at the time. And like people make animations of that stuff just to give you a better understanding of what happened. Like those are really, I don't know, I'm so curious about them. Informative but eerie, exactly, yeah. It's so scary to visualize, it really is, it really is. But I can't pull myself away. Same thing with things like cult documentaries, true crime, just like it doesn't have to be like really big, you know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, like the Unabomber type of stuff. You know, it doesn't have to be really big. It just needs to be like a small incident that just gets my morbid curiosity going, you know? Mika, thank you for joining the collective. Welcome. True crime is amazing. I can't pull myself away. I can't. Door cams scare me the most. I saw, oh my gosh, that reminds me of watching a few, what was it? Nexpo, I think. One of Nexpo's videos was like disturbing things found on the internet, and one of them was like the door, what was it called again? The door cams? Oh gosh, what's the name? There's a company that makes the doors, the little cameras on the door things, and then like there's this one creepy thing that he showed. Nest cameras, yeah, those. Like there's this Nest or Ring, yeah, one of those two. Ring? I think it's Ring. Ring sounds better. Ring sounds closer. Yeah, those like door cameras, and one of the creepy things about the internet was like there was a Ring cam of this car driving past the neighborhood with someone screaming from the back of the vehicle, and to this day no one knows anything about them. They don't know who it was. There's not enough information on the tape to like see what the car was like, but like you just heard the screaming, and oh, it's just so eerie. I remember that one, yeah. And then you have to think to yourself, like, if that Ring camera was not there, like how many more incidents like that are happening right now just around the nation that does not get documented, that does not get filmed or recorded, you know? Just because like, up until, you know, before we had Ring cameras, you know, like the 90s or the 80s, 70s, right? What happened back then that we don't have cameras or cell phones all over the place taking pictures of everything, you know? The video of the one guy that puts up a secret camera and sees that a lady has been living with him in his apartment all along without him knowing. Oh my god, that's eerie. That's so eerie. It's frightening to think about, right? Hundreds if not thousands. A Ring camera, a life-size cardboard of Tom Cruise and Top Gun Maverick was looking at you. This started for me after watching unexplained video compilations on YouTube. I still find myself every now and then falling down that rabbit hole. I don't know, I just really love it. It's just so creepy. Like, I don't know, they're just like, oh gosh, like caving videos. I still watch caving videos, even though I am absolutely terrified about caving. But like people hearing whistling or haunting noises in caves. Like, oh my gosh, all that stuff. We didn't have video cell phones until the 70s. What do you mean, the 70s? But like, back then, you would have to, I don't know, the most you would have are people writing things down, maybe getting a pen and paper and like quickly scribbling what they saw, right? Spelunking or cave diving, both. Both. You gotta watch The Descent if you want spelunking horror. Oh my gosh, we gotta watch so many horror movies. Yanka, thank you for re-upping the membership. Hokoiri, 4 months, let's go. The scariest episode of the Magnus Archives was about caving. I still need to go watch that. I still have to go watch the Magnus Archives. Nutty Putty, yeah, no thank you to that one. Oh, I get scared about that. I'm one of those people who, whenever I read things like that, I try to like visualize myself in those positions, and trying to visualize me like upside down inside a cave where I like start to feel like claustrophobic, like the crushing sensation start closing in on me. I cannot do that. Get shivers just thinking about it. They're so good. Lots of lore building in Magnus Archives. I think I might check it out later this weekend. Yeah. The Descent has 2 endings, but they're both kind of the same depending on whether you want a happy or sad ending. Ah. Lyra, Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you, thank you. Can we have a Lake Mungo watch-along? I want to do all these watch-alongs. Oh my gosh. I might put out another I might put out another request, like for watch-alongs. Got like The Mummy, got George of the Jungle, The Descent, Lake Mungo, so many more. It's so tough because there's so many good movies. Yeah, they really are. So, thank you so much for re-upping the membership, Okoidi. Thank you, thank you. There's only one ending for The Descent, but it got censored slash edited slash censored in the US. The other ending is just a movie cut short. Ah. Anyone heard of Randonautica? I've only heard of Randonautica through that Nexpo episode. I did not know about it until then. And the only story that I heard was of those kids who played Randonautica and they found a suitcase that was full of human remains. That's the big story that I remember about that. Yeah, the suitcase. From George of the Jungle to Lake Mungo. Just the whiplash of emotions. Oh, the story. Yeah, it was really spooky. Really spooky. Hi, just want to stop by. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. Did Randonautica in high school and was directed to the center of a baseball field and found a slug. Aww. Imagine if you found a snail and it was snail tear. Creepypasta reading stream when? Oh my goodness. Wait. Oh, wait, actually no, that's a good question. Wait, hold up. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. That reminded me, I had asked Mana-chan, did we ever get an update on being able to read Creepypasta on stream? And the message I had sent to Mana-chan was back in January. Remember, SCP content is likely not okay, but what about general creepypasta? I just remember that I never really got an actual update on this, and I look at the message logs and I sent it to Mana-chan January 10th of this year, so like 2 days after we debuted. You need perms for that? Yes, unfortunately. So the big thing, just to like make it clear for everyone, very likely, it is very likely that no one from HOLOLIVE, at least HOLOLIVE Productions English, it's very unlikely that we'll be able to really do anything related to SCP on stream, primarily because of the copyright situation around SCP. So it's really difficult for us to get like game perms from it, because you know the game might be one thing, but like the concept of the monsters, the SCPs, the stories that were written might be written by someone else who does not want these to be streamed, you know. So it's very difficult for us to get approval for that. So as long as it's not SCP, definitely a weird one. Yeah, with this ability to have like open source where people are able to like contribute to it, multiple people give feedback to a story and have different parts of it included, it's hard to kind of navigate all of that. Yeah, copyright's all over the place, so it'll be a little bit difficult, but just Creepypasta on its own, ones that have like a single owner or a single writer, I think those might be a little bit easier. What about viewer spooky experiences? I have a few. We should. Could we get a hashtag for that? And then everyone could submit their hashtags about spooky encounters. And then I'll send them over to Mana-chan. And then Mana-chan will approve which ones I can. Maybe that one actually might sound better. Also, yeah, boy one. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the Akasupa. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the Akasupa. Can we get some hearts in chat for one of the Akasupa? Thank you, thank you. I've got tons. Oh, okay. Let's see. Chat. You all know how difficult it is for me to get hashtags approved. If the Kois would like to put together a hashtag that they can use to share spooky stories along with, I'll be able to send the collection of those once we have a fair number over to Mana-chan and get those approved. Koi campfire stories. Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cute. A big dumb Nat, thank you for re-upping the membership. Okoidi. SCP, I misheard as SAT. And I was like, oh my god, you're gonna answer SAT test models on stream. I don't remember anything about the SATs. What was my SAT score? 170? No, 1700? 1720, I think? It's a long time ago. Robot Peter, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Hashtag spookoi. Spooky. It's not spooky, it's spookoi. Creepypasta. Aw, these are really cute. Creepypasta. 1700 out of the 2400. No, this is after they changed it. Like back before, I don't remember actually. Munchiro, thank you for the magenta super chat. Thank you, and thank you for the first super chat. Depending on the place, my birthday is now / tomorrow. We get a birthday month. I want to say thank you for creating a comfortable and pleasant place. Thank you for being here from who you are. You are a wonderful person, and I wish us both a magical birthday. Thank you, and happy birthday, Munchiro. Happy birthday. Hope you're able to enjoy and treat yourself to something very nice. Thank you so much for the super chat. But please make sure you give yourself something exciting this weekend. Thank you. Oh yeah. And happy birthday again. Happy birthday. Magni soon. Oh yeah, we gotta send you over to Magni's 1.5. Hashtag spookoi or hashtag Creepypasta isn't used. Both are doable. Creepypasta? I think Creepypasta is pretty good. Spookoi is also pretty good too. Oh, they're actually both really cute. Creepypasta? Okay, wait. Let's do it right here. Okay. Last thing that we do, Creepypasta, and then spookoi. Okay, so I can't do this as an official hashtag, but the community can put one. So I'll put a poll up, and then after we do the poll, I'll send you over to Manny's channel. And then if you would like, please use the hashtag that ends up winning to share along with some of your hashtags. Share some of your spooky stories. And once we get that done, I'll send it over to Mana-chan, so we can probably do a get some stories approved to do a reading for these. Spookoi feels more like a Halloween event thing. That's true. I suppose Creepypasta would be better because it's just more versatile. It's a broader thing. Izukaze, thank you so much for the super chat. Kois. Ooh, spooky. All right, it's looking like with 200 votes and almost 80% of it being Creepypasta. Almost 80% is Creepypasta, like almost 3/4 of it. So we might go with Creepypasta. As a reminder though, because it's a community tag, I won't be able to like tweet about it. So please make sure everyone else is able to share along with it, because I can't pick one unless it gets cleared to Mana-chan. And over the weekend, I don't know if we'll get a response back soon enough. But please do share. If you already have some that are already written down, so like, for example, if you have a fanfic that's written down that fits the theme, please feel free to share it and link it once more. Yeah, the if you know tag, there we go. Like another certain tag that exists out there that I can't talk about, unfortunately. We'll share this on the Discord, quite to Twitter too. Thank you. All right, chat. We're about like a minute out. Thank you so much for stopping by this very short Zatsu done. It looks like Creepypasta has won, so please, chat, go ahead and share your creepypasta or spooky paranormal experiences. Yeah. I wonder if I could get Mana-chan's permission to go include those as part of the radio station. Maybe. I'll ask Mana-chan. Oh, that would be so cool if we could do that. All right, chat. Let's see. Outro real quick because we gotta send you over to Manny's channel. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you. Chat, you all have amazing ideas. Thank you so much for sharing these ideas with me. Keep your eyes up for a new schedule coming out over this weekend, sometime tomorrow. And yeah, please have a wonderful time over at Manny. Please cheer for him. He's been waiting for this 1.5 model update. So please give him lots of love. And I'll see you over there. Koyasumi, everybody. Koyasumi. Also, I timed this bad, so I'm just going to send everyone over right now. Bye-bye, everyone.